Hi, guys, and welcome back to Burnley. Sorry about last week. Unfortunately, I was poorly, but we are feeling a lot better at the moment. So thanks for your patience. I I have a problem at the moment with this Burnley save, and I've got this theory about FM at the moment, and I don't know whether I'm way off the mark. I kind of think that people started to speak about of late. I've been watching some threads in a Facebook group. Hi, Gobby. And people have started to think about difficulty levels, and they were talking at first about why there were not different difficulty levels. And then they kind of went on to, I think there are levels of difficulty, and they're hidden levels of difficulty. And I kind of like was exploring that for a little while. And I have a funny feeling that there are maybe levels of difficulty in the game which are just hidden. And I'm thinking in particular about this Burnley save, where everything that can go wrong is going wrong. And if you look at how the other saves that I've done have gone, just breezed through them. If you watch tomorrow's episode of the Norwich save, we're just breezing through these saves. And this Burnley save is the only save that this tactic hasn't worked in. But it's not just the tactic I'm using. Burnley couldn't play with a 4-4-2, and they couldn't play with a 4-2-3-1 either. And we tried them briefly with a 4-3-3, and they couldn't play with that. Excuse me. And so I was kind of thinking, why have I suddenly become a bad player of the game in Burnley? And yet I can switch over to Norwich and we'll be winning everything. Switch over to Benfica and the game was a breeze. But each one of those saves has its own level of difficulty. But I think that some of the teams in the game are given a high level of difficulty. And if you decide to do your save or with that team, then you just unfortunately pick the highest level of difficulty. And I think that's how the game sorts it out. And then you have another tier where they have high, say this Burnley is in the very high section, and then you have another tier where you have high level of difficulty, and then you'll go to other tiers where it might be moderate, and then another tier where you have a very easy level of difficulty. Perhaps Manchester City, Liverpool will be in the easy level of difficulty, which is why perhaps Haaland never seems to get injured very much. Hey fam, how are you doing? And I started to think about how Football Manager makes it difficult. There's things that Football Manager does to make your life difficult. Injuries is one, and as Gobby many times has pointed out, your players suddenly not being able to play football. And Gobby's not the only one that I've seen talking about that of late. And I was reading this thread with great interest. And some of them were saying, like, I won. It's very, very hot, Blob. It's probably why I ended up needing treatment at the end of the day. It's excruciatingly hot. And in this room, it's very, very hot. No, I haven't got the lights on, have I? Oh, what a dummy. I haven't got my light on. How's that? Probably a bit bright. That'll probably warm me up a little bit. Ah, that's better. So, yeah, I was kind of... I'm in Woking, fam. Where are you? So I was kind of thinking, yeah, you have the fact that you can't play football. A lot of people were saying that they were winning everything, that they won the quadruple with their team, and then suddenly in the next season, they only made 2 transfers, and then suddenly in the next season, they couldn't play football at all, and they found themselves in 15th place in the league. And people were wondering, is this hidden levels of difficulty? And if you actually smash the game, and I can't prove this because I don't usually go beyond the Champions League. Once I win the Champions League, for me, that's job done. So going beyond the Champions League, then possibly the game decides, okay, now we're going to up the level of difficulty. Now, there was talk also about the AI, and does the AI learn your tactic? Does it learn how you're playing? And people were saying, nah, the AI is not that smart. So I'm just wondering if there is some truth in this, that just some teams are in the higher level of difficulty. And for example, in this Burnley save, they couldn't take to the tactic. They played dreadfully. All the players last season were absolutely awful, and to the point where I didn't even know what my first team was throughout the season. And then somehow we managed to get promoted. I don't know how. And coming into this transfer window, the next way it's going to make it difficult for you is you can't get the transfers in that you want. And I'm in a situation here, if we go to the inbox, where players are just refusing to leave. And I've had like a number of these, and I decided to get rid of Cullen. And we got offers in for him, but we got one at 3.9 mil, which will rise to 8.25. I need the cash up front now. So finances are 16 mil in the budget. I need some wage budget, which is why I decided to sell him. And also I decided to sell him because he's absolutely rubbish. And we got this rather nice offer in from Almeria for 7.75 straight up. That seemed to me like a good deal. Let's get the cash in that I can use in this transfer window. 4 million is not going to cut it. By the time the agent takes his fee and the player takes his fees, there's probably going to be about 2.5 million left. So I thought, I can't sell him for 3 million, but if you look at this, he says he's not going to be he's going to become unsettled if he's not allowed to speak to Royal Sporting Club, which is, of course, naturally the lowest amount of money. For this one, even Shakhtar were offering 6.25, rising to 8 million. I just want to go for this deal, and I just feel like this team is in a higher level of difficulty. I don't get these problems I've never had them in Livingston or Elgin or Preston or Benfica or Norwich, where going through those saves seemed like a breeze. This one is an absolute nightmare. Every corner you go around, something is going wrong. And now it seems to me that the emphasis that the game is putting on is on players not wanting to leave. Do you really think, Fum, that the AI is that smart? Do you think the coding is that good that the AI can be that smart? I mean, I don't know. This question has been raging on Facebook for a little while. I managed to see the second half, Blob. I was a bit disappointed, to be perfectly frank. But we can still, as Man United fan, we can still say we were the first to do the treble. And it has now been done again. So well done to City. Thoroughly deserved. They are a fine team, there's no doubt about it. But as a United fan, it was a little bit, oh, come on, Inter, come on. And when it was cleared off the line twice, I think, in the last 2 minutes. I know, Gobby, I know you're a City fan. And it was just like Inter had the ball cleared off the line twice, I think, in the last few minutes. And reminded me a bit of the United final against Bayern Munich. Only in United's case, those went in. They stayed out for Inter. But it was a good game. In all fairness, I enjoyed it. I expect you enjoyed it, Gobby, didn't you? Okay, so I'm just thinking, what do I do about this now? And how do I manage this? I don't want to just get in about 2.5 mil. I'd rather get in 5 or 5.5 mil. So I'm just going to upset him. I I think the way to go forward here is to upset him. I have a funny feeling that we have a number of players out for sale, and Zauri, I refused again. This is another one that I refused to take an offer. It wasn't for the whole 5.25. It was for about 1.5 mil, rising to 5.25. Real Valladolid, they came in with a whole whack. So I accepted the offer from them and told the others, you're going to have to match it. And they didn't. And Zauri now is very upset that he wasn't able to pursue a move to. So why are these players, my thoughts on this is, why are both players wanting to play for clubs who are offering the lowest value in terms of the transfer income that I can get? Why is that? Why does that have to be in this save? I don't have this problem in the Norwich save, even though I've had a couple of tough transfer windows. I've never had it so bad where the players are just refusing to leave unless they can go to that one club, and that one club is offering the lowest money of all the offers that come in. I don't know. The argument is raging on that forum, and I tend to think that there might be something in it, that there are actually hidden levels of difficulty, and that's why SI don't introduce difficulty levels when you actually log in. They just have hidden difficulty levels, and if you do get better and start smashing things, then they'll raise you up one level and make it more difficult for you. I don't know, but I do know I have a serious problem here, and I think I should just put these players in the reserves. I think I've got to be hard on these players, and I'm going to just click on that one. That's it. That's your choice, and if you don't take it, you can go in the reserves. End of story. If he comes back and says, I'm very unhappy, I just said, well, join the club and go to the reserves. I think whatever cost, I'm going to send them to the reserve team. That's it. End of story. And so we've just accepted that 7.75. There are players I can bring in if I've got the money, and it does seem to me I'm being prevented from making the team better. What's this? Oh, standard of refereeing in FM. It's absolutely appalling, but I don't need to go to the press with that. Now, we got this guy, Anasauri, who also had a bad season last year. Chance to get 5.25 million for him. I want to bring in some young boys into this Burnley team to try and I think my best bet with this Burnley team is to bring in really young boys and try and develop them. He is useless. So the loan manager, Adam Peters, is saying you might consider asking me or his agent to speak with Zauri. Now, since he's new, I think he is a new loan manager. He probably doesn't have much of a relationship with Zauri. And I think the best thing to do would be to have a look at who he likes. Let's go to someone who he likes. Zaur is pleased with. He's happy. He should dedicate to coach. Connor Roberts is a great team leader. He has no strong feelings about the squad's support for the manager, which remains at a good level. He doesn't care. He ranks himself as an acquaintance. He's neither here nor there. And he's part of a secondary social group. Well, if he gets upset, it's not a big deal. It's just a fringe player. Getting 5.25 for a fringe player would be a good deal. For somebody who's not very good. So I think I should go to Connor Roberts and maybe get Connor Roberts to talk to him. So let's see what Connor Roberts can do with him. He likes Connor Roberts. Connor Roberts pleased, he's positive. So let's see if Connor Roberts is, of course, been unable to. Then if he won't leave, I think I need to become hard with these players. I think I've given them too much of an easy run, and I need to become hard. I'm disappointed you blocked my transfer. And they weren't offering enough money. That's all well and good, but what do you consider to be a reasonable bid? So we'll tell him 5.25, which is what the others have offered. He's happy with that. So we already have accepted a 5.25. We'll offer it out to Red Bull now. Let's go to transfer. Let's offer him out 5.25. If they come in with that kind of nonsense offer again, then let's offer him out to Red Bull. Clubs to propose to. Let's type in Red Bull Salzburg, and let's offer him out straight 5.25 mil up front. And so, okay, we've made offers. We've got offers now for Cullen. Cullen hasn't come back to me yet and said I'm not too happy. Zauri, well, we'll have to see what he makes of it. Hey Lee, how are you doing? I don't think I've spoken to you before, Lee, have I? Yeah, I mean, I think you're right, Lee. I think the game is very buggy. I think the game is broken in a lot of respects, and they need to fix it. I mean, just think about the interface that you get with the game. It's an absolutely shocking interface, the one that the game gives you when you open up the box and load it onto your computer. And that's why everybody is using skins, because if you have to look at that user interface for very long, you'd probably give up playing the game. It's dreadful. Now, if people can make skins for this game, you can't tell me that SI can't make skins. So why don't they make some really nice skins for us and give us a choice of 2 or 3 skins? Why can't they put that into the game? Why are they relying on other people to make skins for us? Things like that don't make any sense to me. Massive, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on forums about FM23. I go to as many as I can. I pick up threads here and there, and there's a lot of stuff that is actually very interesting. I mean, I pick up tips and tricks, like which I don't use. One of the things is never to lose a star player, and that's been out for about a year. That's just because the game is broken. So if you have like, say you're a star player like Christian Bale, I don't know if you guys know about this one. Let's say he wants to leave the club. I don't want Bayek to leave the club. And he comes to you and he says he wants to leave. And then you can just say, okay, try to dissuade him. And then you will agree a fee in the end. And he says, okay, 10.5 million, that sounds good to me. Then all you do is set the transfer value to 1 million. And then people, you've agreed 10.5 million with the player, people will start bidding 1 million, and you can just reject and reject and reject. And he will never be unhappy because he's agreed that 10.5 million, and I don't use that one because that's just totally broken in terms of the game, and that's been out for a year. They need to fix these things. It's just really poor. So anyway, we have got a most dreadful set of fixtures here. We look at I am not looking forward to this day. And I haven't been looking, probably why I ended up in hospital, because I've got Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, one after the other. No points on the board, and a team that's in disarray. And I think that's probably why I ended up in hospital when I saw this fixture list. And okay, what will happen is they'll give me a nice easy game in the EFL Cup, and then we'll get a win on the board and hopefully start winning again. But I'm not looking forward to these three games. I've actually had to think about it, and I'm actually going to play these three games the same way. And so I'm going to keep positive. I'm not going to go defensive, but we're just coming down a tad on the tempo. We're not going to play out of defence, but I'm going to keep my underlap in. And we're just going to leave all that for now. We're just not going to do anything with that. And play very narrow. So we're going to be very, very compact. And just like, want the outside, you have it. We're not going to counter press. I was thinking about holding shape, but we are going to counter attack. And the goalkeeper will distribute to the back line, which seems to contradict the fact that we're not playing out of defences. So I don't trust my goalkeeper to actually distribute the ball long. So I would rather these players distribute the ball rather than the goalkeeper. That's all. That seems to work sometimes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the high press, and we're going to bring the line back. Normally it's a higher line. We'll bring it back to standard. And that means that basically we're going to be looking for quick players. And these teams we're up against are going to have very quick players. So I want my team in a defensive line where they're able to can see it coming, that they can shape up to them. My fullbacks are on support. They're not going to be wandering too far. So hopefully this defensive line will be ready for these players coming up pace. But then I'm going to ask them to step up more, because that creates a problem in midfield, and we have to close down the midfield. So while we're going to drop off, just in case in transition, if we lose the ball when we are going forward, I want the defence deep enough that they're going to be able to cope with any quick transitions from the opposition. But when we're in possession and we lose possession, I want them to step up. Also, by bringing the line back, and I did a video on this the other day, bringing the line back, I've noticed, if you have players whose first touch is not great, then bringing the line back gives them more time to take the ball down, and they're less likely to be harried into mistakes. I've been using this in other saves, and it seems to be working quite nicely. Whether it will work here today, I don't know. I don't think we have a team that's good enough yet. The two centre-backs are not working well together. Cullen is an idiot. And I really don't know what to do with him. Why is Phillips ineligible? Oh, it's because it's his parent club. Makuta is injured, and so Cullen has to come in. Cullen or Bastian. I think maybe let's bring Bastian in. I think Cullen's probably got his mind on other things. So Bastian's just been at the club. He's never upset me in any way. I'm actually going to use him as a centre mid on support. I think he can do that job. He can tackle. He's good marking. He's got good mentals. So, and he's a decent physical. It's not great, but I think he could do that centre mid job. So we'll play Bastian as the centre mid. And because we're playing positive, we're going to put Bayek on a support duty. And so he will have the license to roam about. It's probably going to cost us a lot of goals. But I do want to get forward. I'm fed up of defending against these big teams. And, well, we'll have to see what happens. And I don't even want to have a look at this. And they're not the best team in terms of finishing. Okay. And they are slow starters. So going positive might be a good idea at the beginning. I don't know. All we can do is do our best. We're not a great team. That is another thing that I was thinking about in terms of level of difficulty. When you are normally promoted to the Prem, you don't get, in your first season in the Prem, you don't get Man United, Tottenham, Chelsea, Liverpool, all one after the other. You usually get a nice, comfortable fixture list to make you feel good at the start. And you pick up 3 or 4 points and you're starting, and it feels nice. Burnley, no messing about. We get Liverpool, who is it? Liverpool, Chelsea and Manchester United, one after the other. And Leeds was a tough start as well away. So they are not making this save comfortable for you in any shape or form. And we're currently in 16th. There's a lot of teams on no points at the moment, so it's comforting in itself. Liverpool had a 1-0 victory over Tottenham. Liverpool are a very, very good team and will do well to get anything out of these 3 games. I don't feel like I need to look at to look at there'd be nothing in the data hub anyway, and looking at their strengths and which would just upset me. So what I'm looking at is they are poor finishers, and I'm hoping that they just finish poorly against us. And Arsenal beat Newcastle, hammered them, and Wolves, Brighton. So it is going to be an interesting evening tonight. I'm really not looking forward to it. I'm going to try and remain cheerful, and to be honest, I can't see myself surviving in this job. If we have to get off to that bad start and I can't make headway in the transfer window, then I'm going to be really struggling. Why has he changed that again? Stop changing it. Every time something happens, he changes it. Stop it. There's no need. Look at that. Liverpool, Chelsea in 1 week. That is tough. That is really tough. I mean, if we get a point, that would be great. If we can manage to get a point from 3 games, that would be absolutely fabulous. Who's this? Gobo. He's useful. He's useful. 7.2 million. But I need a striker. But let's add him to the short list. And then at some point we're going to have to make some moves here. Amadou Gabriel, he just wants him the other way around. And Connor Roberts, he wants in on the left. Connor Roberts can't play on the left. He wants Diallo and Zauri. I'm going to go with what I've got at the moment. I want Diallo on the bench because for substitution reasons. I'm not looking forward to this. I just want to go on holiday for 3 weeks. And there we go. Wout Weghorst has rejected the contract offer from Fiorentina. Well, let's send him to the reserves. I don't care. Let's just send him to the reserves. See if he comes to me. I can't have this. It's like player power at this club. No, I'm not going. Too bad. Yeah, you're stuck with me. He does, and there we go. Another one. I'm going to send him to the reserves as well. And let's see if they come to me and say, "Oi, what am I doing in the reserves?" And I don't care what the consequences is. I have to fight back against this game now. And the game can't allow me not to have a squad. So if I don't fight back, then I have to put up with what it's telling me I have to have. So if I fight back and put them in the reserves, I'm short of players. And we'll see what it does about that. So we've put them both in the reserves. None of them care, you see. This is like, oh, I'm getting paid a lot of money. But Josh Cullen has agreed to leave the club. Well, thank you very much. So we will get 7.25. I'm not going to make a parting comment to him because it would be something like, I wish you'd played better when you were here. So now we have a real problem. The number of players that we have is... we have Makuta is kind of... Veghorst should be in the reserves. Why is he still there? Zauri should be in the reserves. So we'll just remove him from position. Remove him from position. Now I want to send them to the reserves. Send to, move to. He is in the reserves. What's he doing there? Don't want him there. Probably my assistant is putting him on the bench there. But I don't want him there. I'd rather have no subs. They're going to suffer. And I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I am going to stand up to this bunch of players. They can't have this player power. You don't want to leave, then you sit in the reserve team. I'll play Peacock Farrell as a striker rather than... So Cherlanoff, he wants Cherlanoff and I don't want him in anywhere near me. Connor Roberts instead of Kirkin. Kirkin's one of my best players. Positive to defensive. Oh dear. Okay, let's have a look at Liverpool. Yeah, we know about him. But I'm going to close him down anyway. We'll close Trent Alexander down. Probably not a good idea. We will turn Robertson onto his right foot. Fabinho. Ah, boy. Left foot, close him down. We don't want to do too much with this Liverpool team. We're going to leave the forwards alone. And this geezer, look at this, passing 17. I think we should tight mark him. Tight mark him left foot. Oh boy. Tight mark him left foot. FM22, you used to be able to beat Liverpool by bullying them. They were not very brave. That's been sorted out in this FM. They are quite brave now. Their finishing is not good though. Chiesa. He is a very, very good midfielder. I'm going to tight mark him and turn him onto his left foot. And that's probably most of what I'm going to do. Salah needs to go onto his right foot. That's it. Just onto his right foot. So you notice that Salah's strength is quite high in this save. Last year he had strength of 9. And... he wasn't a bravery of 8 or something. He was not very strong or brave. This year they've kind of rectified Liverpool a little bit. Luis Diaz the same. I'm not going to do anything with Luis Diaz. He's too good. Too good. We need to back off him. And then Jota. Jota always scores against me in every save I do. And Jota... there's very little I can do with him. He's too fast. He's too aggressive. His dribbling is good. We need to stand off him. And what I will do, I think, is ask Kirkin. I'm going to ask him to close down less. I just want you boys to sit back. Let them run at you. And... I think I'll just go and close my eyes now. And, oh my God, the team are fairly happy. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I think we are in for a hammering. So they want me to go hard when tackling Salah. His bravery has changed. Let's show people what we are capable of. Make me proud. I'm probably so afraid going into this game. We probably come out with the 3 points now. And who is this? This is Liverpool on the attack. And it's only a minute gone. Liverpool are bursting forward. Come on, come on, come on. You shouldn't be getting that close to him. That's good interception. Come on now, Twine. Twine, get it forward. Lovely pass. Campbell, can he fight? Yes, yes, come on. That's a pass. What a chance. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I did have a funny feeling about that defensive line. It has been working for Norwich. And if you, like, it is a tip for you guys of fast players. Just drop the line back a little bit, just to standard, and then tell the team to step up. It just seems to work. But, like, there's only 2 minutes gone. I can't get too excited yet. But it is Burnley 1, Liverpool 0. And can we go to full time now, referee? I'll take full time at this point. Liverpool have not had a shot on target yet. And, oh, you have Twine as well. Are you doing a Burnley save, Stockholm? Now, steady on, boys. Don't go nuts here. That's it. Just back off them. Back off them. Salah, just turn him onto his left foot. Turn him on. That's it. Nice one. That's what you do with Mo Salah. Turn him on. He should have been on his right foot. But we're doing all right. We're up to 8th. There's 17 minutes gone. We're doing okay here. Are you with Burton? And Twine is playing for Burton, is he? Oh, that's interesting. Twine is a good player. He's just not playing very well in this Burnley team. He's... I can't understand why these players in this Burnley team are not playing very well. So have a quick look at Liverpool. Anybody causing us any major problems? Yeah, it's Andy Robertson. What can we do about Andy Robertson? Oh, he's a nuisance, isn't he? Andy Robertson. He's on a 7.35. He's having a very, very good. Let's type mark him. Let's try and take him out of the game. Second year in the Prem with Burton. That's pretty good, Stockholm. That's pretty good. Second year in the Prem with Burton. It probably is quite hard, yeah. The game is a lot harder this year. It's a lot harder. And although Burnley are still 1-0 up against Liverpool here. Now, we don't want to do anything silly at the back here. Just get rid of it. You've been told not to play out of defence. Here's Kirk in again. Twine. Twine's having a good game for a change. Maybe Twine just likes the big games. Here's Bayek. Bayek finds... Who's that? Larson. Oh, yeah, right wing Larson. We've just signed him, haven't we? And here's Constantinia. Nice play, boys. Nice. Let's get rid of it. Bayek. Oh, Bayek, what are you doing? He's another one. He's a very good player, but he's not played very well since I bought him. And just... I don't know, there's something about this Burnley save. I think it's in the very high difficulty level. And getting the best out of these. I'm going to put Bayek on a defend. I think he's roaming about too much. Liverpool are in. They're going to score. Yes, they're going to score. So I'm going to put Bayek on a defend duty. He's roaming about perhaps a bit too much. We'll put him on defend. And Liverpool's press is a bit of a problem, I think. I have to keep an eye on Liverpool's press. But, I'll take a 1-1. Nothing wrong with that. Some of our players are having really poor games. Asprilla, Bastian. But to be 1-1 against Liverpool, that's pretty good. To be 1-1 against Liverpool, that's pretty cool. It's probably not going to be 1-1 for much longer. And Nice tackle. That was Larson. But again, yeah, you've got to get rid of the ball. So I need to go to the instructions and go much higher. They have to get rid of the ball. We can't be holding on to the ball. 2-1. Our 1-0 didn't last very long. And, struggling with goal from the left. Who is, you mean in this game or in your save? You're struggling with the goals from the left? I've only drawn versus Liverpool. We're losing now. We took the lead, but we're losing now. Which is okay. We're going to lose all of these games, so it's not a big deal. As long as we don't get thrashed, that'll be okay. I mean, interestingly, we've come back into the game. Liverpool dominated the middle part of the game. But we do have a chance, but they're not going to score from this because you never do when it opens up like that. And Liverpool are coming forward again. They're just dominating the game. There's very little I can do. We've told them to up the 3-1 now. Holy crowd. We've told them to up the tempo, but it's not working. Absolutely not working. You're right about that, Fun, is that they do tend to score a lot of goals early on, don't they? But in this case, they've scored all their goals in the last 15 minutes of the half. So maybe I should have shut up shop. It's just not happening, is it? So shooting... Oh, what did I say? This has not been good enough. You were not good enough, and they responded okay to that. I slipped on that. No, I don't want anyone marking Luis Diaz, especially not a centre-back. You want me to take a centre-back out onto the left wing, do you? You are mad. Asprilla has got injured now, so I've got no wingers, which is kind of useful. Bayek looks for Campbell. Here's Twine. Oh, almost. Well done. Almost. Yeah, I mean, I've got no wingers now. If he is injured, I've only got Twine who can play there. But I am not backing down. I'm going to keep them in the reserves. If it means I get sacked, it means I get sacked. I'm not putting up with it. So Asprilla, we'll have to put Twine in here. And we'll put Cherlanoff out here. We'll play Cherlanoff. Yeah, Zauri can go and stay in the reserves. He can just waste his time. Decline as a footballer because he's not getting any football. I might even actually make him unavailable for the under-21s as well as Weghorst. So they can't play any football at all. And, hey Ben, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. And it is going to be Liverpool again. This has got to be the worst run of fixtures that I've ever come across. But we're not going to stop playing this the way that I want to play. And whatever happens is whatever happens. These are like the toughest 4 fixtures you could have possibly had in an opening Premier League season. So unfair of the game to do that. But I really don't think... 4-1. I really don't think the game can have learned anything. Somebody suggested earlier on that the game learns stuff about you. There's no way the game could have learned anything from me. I've only been with them for 1 season. I think Burnley is in a higher level of difficulty. And it's probably not a good save to attempt because it is in that higher level of difficulty. I think we need to have a shout at them and demand more. They're not playing very well. 6.2 for Gabbia. My centre-backs, which cost me a lot of money, have been playing really badly. Let's get rid of Bayek. He's having a shocker. Who can come on for Bayek? Wait. Uh, who else? 6.1 for Campbell. Oh, dear, dear. He's a championship player. And unless I can get a striker in, we're done for. Makuta, let's bring him on for Bastion then. Oi. Makuta. Anybody else need to change a Cook and Spria. Looks like Connor Roberts is going to come on as a left back. Cherlinoff's having a particularly poor game as well. Oh, wonderful. He's only just come on and he's on a 6.5 already. And I don't have any other strikers, I don't think. Oh, let's put Diallo on instead of Campbell. Okay, we're done. Let's see. Come on, let's get the game done. Let's go to the dressing room. Liverpool can get home on the bus and we're all done. 5-1 maybe? Connor Roberts lumps it forward. Come on, make a mistake. No, not going to make a mistake. They're just going to play it forward. I mean, that's a good example of the defensive line being at standard because it gave him more time to control the ball. It's just the other parts of the game are not working. Bayek's having a shocker. Look at that. Absolute shocker. Passing is terrible. Let's go to our passing and just reduce the tempo right down. Passing is terrible. Let's get a goal back. Let's make it 4-2. Oh! Come on, FM. You could have given me that one. No, I've never... Have you played the mighty Newcastle yet? Not yet, Ben, and I'm not looking forward to it either. In this episode, we will be playing Liverpool, Chelsea, and Manchester United. I don't want Newcastle on top of that, Ben. Thanks very much. We're going to be four games played, 0 points at the end of this episode. But I don't... Oh. I honestly do think there are hidden levels of difficulty, and Burnley is in the top level of difficulty. Yeah, hitting they wouldn't even give me that as a consolation, Gobby. It's not very nice, is it? It just frustrate him even more. But it's not going to frustrate me today. We deserve to lose. End of story. We weren't good enough. See you on Match of the Day. And Liverpool have beaten us by 4-1. And I think we just tell them, sorry, but you guys are not good enough. I'm not namby-pambying with this team anymore. You weren't good enough. End of story. Well, I don't know why I'm paying your wages, to be honest. You have no interest in playing for this club. We did go 1-0 up, though. And we do have a spree injured, which is cool. Another part of the level of difficulty will be it will injure every single player I've got. That is going to happen. Let's have a look at the medical centre. 2 out now, and there will be more. And I just want to make sure. I don't want... Yeah, they're not in there. I've sent them to the bin. I don't want them in there. In terms of finances now, I've got 23 million. So I want to go and have a look at what I can do about this. And who did I send to the bin? A left winger. What have I got in terms of left wingers? So Zauri went to the bin. Aspria, Cherlinoff. I'm okay on the left wing. Aspria, Cherlinoff, Diallo can all play on the left wing. A little bit light. That's a forward I want. So this is what I'm going to go and do. I am going to go and break hearts, because here I have seen Marcos Leonardo can play as an advanced forward. He's a young kid. He's a good player. He's a young forward. I think you had him in your team, Gobby, didn't you? And I think I'm going to go and make a bid for him. His transfer status is 13 to 19 million. What have I got here? Ask the agent. We're very keen on signing him. What do you think? He's very interested in joining Burnley. He wants a wage of 43k. That's fine. We'll expect to play the majority of matches. That's fine. Therese Campbell can take a hike. Would likely gain a work permit. Yeah, I think those demands are very reasonable. So as we have, how much did I say? 23 mil. Then I think we could probably offer 10 mil up front. Offer 10 mil up front. Ooh. They're not going to accept 12.75 mil, are they? Shall we try it? Shall we just add? Let's go for that. Let's see. They want 14 mil up front plus 7. Well, let's bring that down to 11.7 mil and then raise that to 8.75. They've gone for that. That's good. That's good. So let's get some negotiations over the line here. I bet, like, oh, he's gone for regular starter. I'm quite happy to. Shall we take that out or leave it in? Important player in the next season. I'll be quite happy to leave that in. Contract start date. Let's go for that. Let's keep him happy. He wants 51k. You can't have a yearly wage rise. 1, 2, 3, 4. 73 mil release clause. I don't like that. That will suggest that he's gone for it. Nice one. Nice one. Now maybe that will persuade his lordship Weghorst, who hasn't even noticed he's not in the first team squad yet. That's how dozy he is. So let's go to the under 21s and let's find these bad boys. Weghorst, transfer status. Let's go for 21.5 mil. And then let's offer to clubs 21.5 mil. Somebody's going to want him. Zauri, transfer status. We'll take that down to 4.75, 4.7. And then we'll offer him out to clubs. Let's see if we can't get some money in. Getting a striker in will help. Therese Campbell is a good championship player. If we look at Therese Campbell's form, just to be quite frank, it's quite poor. Started badly in pre-season. His last 3 games, 6.1, 6.4, 6.1, 6.5. He played against Bristol Rovers of League One and scored a goal with 2 assists. That's all he's done, pretty much. In the Premier League, he's averaging, oh, it's dreadful, 6.25. Dreadful. We need, Juventus have made an offer for, the board probably won't accept that. Let's accept it. But I doubt whether the board will accept that. Fiorentino, yeah, let's accept it. Let's accept these offers. Let's try and get them out of the door. I was right. How did I know that would happen? The board are not willing to let him go for 13 million. 16.5 million. Offer to Juventus for 16.5. This is part of the level of difficulty again. The player now, they're quite willing to have him sit in the reserves. They're just not willing to let those players go. They will not. The game will not let them go. And unless I try to offer him for something lower, and the game will not let them go. So I'm not supposed to do that, and therefore you're not doing it. So that's why I'm fighting back against the game. They can sit in the bin, and if I don't have any players as a result, then too bad. We'll have to see what the game does in response. But I'm not putting up with this nonsense anymore. And we'll just see what the game does. It's absolutely diabolical. It's diabolical that we are in 19th as well. That's even more diabolical. And we have Chelsea coming up. Which is just like, oh no. Well, we're going to play exactly the same way against Chelsea. And Juventus withdraw the bid for Weghorst. You see, this is what happens. So we'll go again, and we'll offer the clubs for 16.25. Wonder if the board would let me get away. 16.25 we'll offer to clubs again. Let's have a look at the draw. We'll draw all the teams. Exeter City. Oh, we should beat Exeter City from League One, although I don't know. We did lose to a League One team in the pre-season. But that's what's going to happen, is we're going to lose these next two games, and then we'll get a win against Exeter, and maybe we'll start picking up after the Exeter games. Can't see us. Oh, we have some more. Oh, Bournemouth. But see, he wants to go to Juventus, but we can't sell him for 13 million. We know that. The board won't let us, but we can sell you for 16.25. You Dumbo. So I'm not having much luck here. Hello, Nish. Yeah, I agree with you. The transfer system is absolutely dreadful. It's just like everything else in the game. It's absolutely shocking. Bastian Maketu can come in for Bastian, that's for sure. So we have Costello. He can come on. I don't even know who he is. I think we'll give Nathan Phillips a game today. This guy is supposed to be a decent player. He's like rubbish. And I think it's just those two. They're all brand new. Phillips is new. Amadozic is new. He is supposed to be. I was reading about him in FM on a forum the other day. He's supposed to turn into a world beater, this geezer. But he looks like an idiot in this Burnley team. Makuta can come in for a Bastian. Oh, you have 20 players. It's not looking good. And Diallo. Let's try Diallo. I don't have a forward, but that's no big deal. Diallo can just switch. Aspria, I thought Aspria was injured. Yeah, he's going to be back in training in 2 days. We'll just monitor him for now. Does Napoli have made a Zauri offer? 4.7. Yeah, we'll accept that. Napoli's a good club, Zauri. Go. It's a good club. They're very nice to people as well. I'm not very nice to my players, so go somewhere where they're very, very nice. Westlake fears collapsing confidence. So do I. So do I. Yeah, not possible to purchase him at the moment. Yeah, because he's considering a bid from me. So he's the one. I really want to get him. Oh, I must have missed that email. Oh, there it is. 20th of August. Not in time for the Chelsea game. But his work permit. So he's agreed to come to the club. There's no sense of risk or gain for the CPU teams. They have such poor decision trees. Yeah, agreed, Nish. I don't know what they've done. We don't need things like squad planners. I don't use that. Sometimes maybe I'll just, who have I got? Oh yeah, I take him. But what is the point? I got pen and paper. I can do that on, and the scouting center. Is it really necessary? And they're making cosmetic changes when they should be working on things much more desirable, shall we say. Yeah, do you use the squad planner, Stockholmers? I don't use it. It's a complete waste of time. I believe that you can actually plan 2 seasons ahead. I'm like, why would I want to plan 2 seasons ahead? I can't cope with planning for the next week. And I just that's mad. I feel like I'm playing Peppa Pig game. They will do something. They have to do something. They can't let people keep complaining like this. People are paying their wages. And I think for a long time they've just relied on people's addiction to it. And now people are saying, well, I'm not going to buy the next one. There's no point. They've got to do something really pleasing. Did you see that video of Zealand the other day? He uploaded a video where he was playing Tennis Manager. And the graphics for the players were just absolutely stunning. And if Tennis Manager can do that, why can't FM? So it's kind of like, come on, FM, get your finger out. Come on, McNally, also get your finger out. The number of players I also get in this Burnley save who don't train, who really train badly. I'm forever criticising players training. Bayek this time, Nathan Phillips. And this is about level of difficulty. This save is difficult. I'll do very well to actually get anything out of this save. I'll tell you. Expectations, at least the board and the supporters are realistic, and they're saying defeat, and I'm saying defeat as well. And there's nothing we can do against these 3 teams except hope that we've set up correctly. I just want to check Chelsea's team. And what a weird formation with pace. Kante doesn't have pace. You've got, in FM he does. Jorginho, no pace. But Mount, yeah, he's got lots of pace. Havertz, no, they're not actually. Yeah, he's got pace, doesn't he, Havertz? Sterling does, yeah. So there's another team who've got lots of pace going on here. So yeah, there's no need to change anything. What I might do, just to keep the assistant happy, is just go back to balanced rather than positive. We are away. And we just go into this game in exactly the same mentality as we went. We've got nothing to lose. He was defensive. No, we're not going to go defensive. We'll get hammered if we go defensive. We'll play exactly the same way, except we'll play a little bit shorter to begin with. Try and keep the ball. Oh dear. Yeah, I think it's probably the only way I can play this game. We saw against Liverpool some examples of how of how the standard defensive line actually helps your team. But you have to step up. If you're going to use it, you have to make sure you step up. Who am I going to put on the left wing here? Cherlinoff. And then we got to make some more signings. Depends on how much money I got left. Let's go to... I didn't do my opposition instructions, did I? So we'll have a late meeting about... Oh, Reece James. Left foot. A lot of the time it's best just to leave these players alone. Cucurella is fast. Right foot. Don't do anything with these really good players. Kante, we have to tight mark him. Passing vision, I mean, all this stuff. We've got to tight mark him. It's the only way we can deal with him. Tight mark him, left foot. And Kovacic, again, he's just got everything, this boy. The only way you'll deal with him is to tight mark him. It'll fail, maybe, but you've got to try. Tight mark him, left foot. I think it was his left foot. Yeah. And then the rest of them, you might as well just leave them alone. Hudson-Odoi. Hard tackle him. Kai Havertz. Oh, God. I think maybe we'll tight mark him. Look at this dribbling. Agility and balance. Tight mark him. No, we won't. We'll right foot. Right foot and hard tackle him. Probably best to leave him alone. Just give him a nudge now and again. Sterling is going to play on the left. He's not very brave. We'll hard tackle him, left foot. And then Calvert-Lewin up top. Oh, marvellous. And I think this is their reserve team. And left foot. Just turn him onto his left foot. And that's it. There's nothing more I can do in terms of marking. So nobody expects us to get a result. There's no pressure on you. Oh, no, I can't say any more than that. It's like, don't want to give them the wrong message. Oh, look at that. We've made a strong start. We've got all the match momentum in the first couple of minutes. But then we made a strong start against Liverpool as well. Esprit, yeah, I've changed Esprit, which is a bit annoying. Another issue is the players' AI is garbage when it comes to transfers. Yeah, I know. The whole thing needs a total revamping, and unless they do that, Chelsea are attacking a lot down the right, and that means I need to look after... I want to try something. If they're attacking down the right, that means that they are trying to create space on the left. So might be an idea to tight mark Sterling. Just want to try something. I've been thinking about that for a while. When I'm attacking, when I create play down the left, I create space on the right. So just looking at the opposition playing down the right, they're looking to make space for the left winger. So let's tight mark the left winger and not worry too much about the right. Come on, boys. Can we get a point here today? It's only Chelsea. It's a bunch of rubbish. Oh, boy. We just had the ball. Who was that? But nicely done. Taking the ball back. Campbell. This could be your last game, Campbell. Enjoy it. As we have Diala coming up the left. That's Twine. Twine, you're going to be on the way out soon if you don't start playing better. And both centre-backs need to play better. Phillips is a good player. It's not been tried so far. And we're doing all right. We're zipping the ball around. Twine is through. Good chance here for Twine. Oh! Oh, we lost 4-1, Blob. Absolutely hammered by Liverpool. Absolutely hammered. We took the lead, though. Oh, what a chance. But we're doing Chelsea. We're actually had the better highlights in this game. And at the moment, it's fairly even, Stevens. We're not winning the possession battle, but we're giving them a good time. I still fancy Chelsea will win this, but when we look at the kind of performance we're putting in, then we're not doing too bad. And this team isn't far off from being a good team. It's just 1-0 down. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin has given Chelsea the lead. So we need to buck these. Let's encourage them. Come on, let's get with it. Oh, he didn't even jump. Who was that? Gabba. He didn't even jump. What was the point of you standing there? He's on a 6.8 though, and Phillips is a 6.6. I sometimes find it hard to work out. Look at this, Cherlanoff on a 6.2 already. Campbell 6.4. You are the usual from Campbell. Oh, Bayek, what was that? Let's give the ball away. But we're only a goal down, so it's not that bad. We were 3-1 down at this point to Liverpool, so it's not that bad. Yeah, I know. Can you imagine that, Niche? Chelsea signing Calvert-Lewin. It might be possible. It might happen in the summer. You never know. I don't think anyone would want to sign him. He's too injury prone. He's just likely to get injured. I think he just likes the money. He doesn't want to play. Ball over the... Come on, Campbell. Do something, please. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Therese Campbell. I've always rated him. I've always said he's such a good player. Absolutely brilliant player. What a star. Bayek, nice pass to Diallo. Nice ball over. See, Campbell, I've always rated him. I've always thought he was a good player. 1-1. Graham Potter might have brought him in. Yeah, that's true. So, in terms of the Premier League next year, guys, is anybody going to be able to live with Manchester City again? I'm happy with your performance, guys. Keep it up. Let's go win this game. It's only Chelsea. Don't be afraid. And you did say it, I think, didn't you? Yeah, you did say it, Nish. Oh, see, another one. Cherlanoff didn't jump there. What is the matter with these? Oh, we've hit the crossbar. Come on. Oh, come on. That's not fair. We deserve this. Come on. But I need to do something about Cherlanoff. He's having an absolute nightmare as Chelsea go 2-1 up. And it's time to get Cherlanoff off the pitch. He's having an absolute shocker. Why is it I've got players who are playing so bad all the time? Cherlanoff's having a shocker. I think what we should do... I'm half tempted to bring him on. I don't even know who he is. Let's just bring him on for a laugh. Wow, who have I got? Let's bring on Asprilla. Twine isn't playing especially well, so bring on Asprilla and put him in there. I'm actually going to ask him to play today as an attack in there. Just drop him deeper a little bit. Asprilla's nervous. Oh, God. Buck up, man. Kirkin, again, is having a poor game. Costinha. These are good players. 4-star. Kirkin was a 4-star at the beginning of the season. He's now lost a star because he's so rubbish. I'm going to give this boy a game. Why not? He's a young kid. He can't do any worse. I don't want him playing as an inverted So we'll just put him as a full back on support. You can't do any worse. So Bayek again is having a poor game. Well, he's not doing too bad. He's tired. Twine is having a poor game. My goalkeeper's having a poor game as well. Costantino's having a poor game. Everybody's having a poor game. So we will make some changes. We're 2-1 down against Chelsea. We're going to be bottom of the league, I think, are we? Because we'll... No, we're Aston Villa still below us. But Aston Villa have a game in hand. We'd have 0 points. Oh boy. To be honest, if I get sacked, I won't be too unhappy. Doing this Burnley save, I did it because I thought it would be fairly easy, just for beginners, to help beginners get through the transfer window, and it's not easy. This is in level 1 difficulty. Burnley, they have been chosen to be that team. I'm actually going to berate them for shits and giggles. Why not? Because they're not playing very well at all now. And those Roberts, I just brought him on, and he just forgot to do his job. Why would you want to press Cucurella? He'll just skip past you. So after that equaliser, Chelsea have done the same as Liverpool to us. Just hammered us into the ground. What shall I do? Up the tempo. I don't know, let's try pushing the line up. And there's not much else I can do, is there? Let's dribble less. Let's try that. Christian Bayek is very tired. Let's leave him till after this highlight. So the game is not going to just give me a point. It normally gives you a point when you have a run of fixtures like this. Even in this one, it's not doing it. Asprilla, can you score? Yes, you can. It's 3-2. Ooh, did I just make a very good change there? The heat is really bad, but I guess it's only going to last a week, Blob, isn't it? It's not going to be more than a week, can't be. Game on. I love your optimism. I just love your optimism. Game on. Asprilla, the injured player. Come on then, guys. Game on. Who's tired? Bayek. We want to get Bayek off. I want to get Christian Bayek off. Who have I got to come on? Just Bastian, really. Cool, it's not easy when you don't have a team. And then Larson. Is Diallo playing okay? Yeah, Diallo's playing well. I don't really want to take him off. Makuta is very tired, and Scott Twine is very tired. But Scott Twine's playing very well. Makuta isn't. But I don't have anybody who can come on for Makuta. Cullen has been banished. You reckon Campbell's going to get the third? Therese Campbell. This is your moment. But it's more likely Chelsea are going to get a fourth. Oh, and we're going to get a sending off as well. Marvellous. Thank you very much, FM. Oh, boy. I don't have anybody who can go in there. So, let's bring Asprilla back. That's all I can do. He cannot play there. Let's drop back to cautious. Just drop back one. And that means we have a player suspended as well for the next game. So, there's not much I can do, is there? And now we must be bottom. No, we're still second bottom, aren't we? Because of Aston Villa not playing. I want to be bottom. We will be after the next game. Larson, he's a winger. He's going to go in as the shadow striker. The whole thing is a mess. Absolute mess. Oh. Come on, let's get number 4. Let's get it over with. Sterling, they were trying to get Sterling into space on that left. That's what they were doing, and that was actually a good call. If they're attacking, see, they've stopped going down the right now, and they were looking to create space on the left, so just tight mark the player on the left, and then they've stopped working the ball down the right, which is kind of, I've been working on that for a little while. 4-2, yeah, about right. Oh, what is it like to be the worst team in the league, eh? Oh, disallowed. We're still in it. Praise prophecy to come true. Niche. Oh, it was very close, but we'll take that. 3-2 isn't a bad result with 10 men. The game, I'm surprised though, the game does normally give you 1 point when you've got a fixture run like that. So it's not, unless Campbell's going to do something here, but nah. It's still on. Oh boy. 3-2 defeat with 10 men, that's pretty good, I think. At least it wasn't a straight red card, so he won't be out. He won't be out for 3 games, he'll only be out for 1. Here's the 4th. Oh, nice save by Muric. Good defending, whoever that was on the left centre-back. Nathan Phillips, I think. Good defending. Come on, one last highlight. A corner or something, and we smack the corner in. Nah, it's not going to be full time. 3-2. I'll just be glad to get this run of games out of the way. And then we'll have a team meeting. And then see where morale is after that. But we have the final one now. Manchester United. Makuta's banned. I don't know why I bought Makuta. He's been injured and now he's banned. Like, don't you want to play? What am I paying you for? Do they need a rest? No, they don't need a rest. This has got to be the worst run of form I've ever had in FM. We even lost to a League One team in pre-season. It's got to be the worst team I've ever managed. I have no idea why this boy wants to come and play for us. I've absolutely no idea why he wants to come and play for us, but happy to have him. But I'm willing to bet that he becomes an absolute useless dope and can't do anything. Advice card, I'd like to welcome you. Good for you. Oh, gosh. Oh, he's got to go into the first team now, hasn't he? Let's go and register him. We need you in the first team, boy. What have I got? 23 players? Have I got 23 players when I've only got 21 in the tactics screen? Ah, it's because I need to go to the under 21s and unregister. No, I can do that there, can't I? Unregister Veghorst. And that's why they stayed on the squad list. And unregister. And now I need to find a midfielder. I need a good midfielder. How much money have I got left? I'm in the red. which is not very good. And that means I haven't got much money left. Committed spending. Does that include Zauri going out, Weghorst going out? Zauri, his salary is 22k. I guess it includes it. Weghorst 80,000, 100k there. Does it include? I'm going to sit on it and wait and see if one of those goes. See how much money I've got. If we go into the season with 19 players, that's what happens. It's financially, deals like the one you recently completed for Marcos Leonardo are financially irresponsible. I don't have anything to say about that. Aston Villa, what happened to Aston Villa? Oh, Blackburn are at the bottom now. Aston Villa won, but Blackburn are bottom. I just I think I just want to go on holiday and come back when it's all over. That's what I want to do. Just come back at the end of the season, see what's happened, because this is not the kind of thing that you enjoy. Stop doing that. Do not change it. I want that in there, and I want that in there. How many times do I have to tell you? Do not change those things. So let's go and play. Who is it? Manchester United now. Look at that. Perfect run of results. No, we just give me a summary to the inbox. It's totally irrelevant. I got to go to this, unfortunately. Get his morale up. Are you pleased? I'm delighted. He's a top player. Yeah, why not? What impact? I think everybody will be delighted because we've only got that crap Weghorst and Therese Gamble. Change the tactic? No. I'm not going to discuss that. And surely by spending there's a risk of no. No, I'm not worried. He's a good player. These questions drive me nuts. Yes. It has a huge impact on my transfer budget. Stupid question. Well, he's slightly positive at the end of it, and I just didn't answer anything, really. Zauri's gone. Excellent. Weghorst has rejected Bournemouth. Oh, this is really stupid. Well, sit in the reserves then. I've got Marco Leandro now. I don't need you, buddy. When's his contract up? Weghorst, when's his contract up? 25. Oh, it's 2 years left, and he's sitting in the reserves. You'll never play football again. And one thing's for sure, I won't be doing another save with Burnley once this year is done. This is way too hard for me. Way too. I'm not able to do a save of this difficulty level. It's way too hard. Oh, we got another bid for him. Let's accept the offer then. Let's see if he'll go to them. Yeah, final third is a big weakness, not a slight weakness for Campbell. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. No, don't want to do that one. Oh, I knew this was coming. I didn't want to log on tonight. I knew it was coming. And there's nothing I can do about it. It's going to be painful. Who is this Tillman? A lot of players have been making bids for him, but he hasn't decided to leave. Might be a useful... he might be a useful player. Ask agent about this availability. Might be interested in a loan move. Do I want to bring him in? I need a centre mid. Have I got enough money for a centre mid? Okay, now let's try and adjust this budget. 880,000 is committed spending. So why is it red? Because I'm spending 878. So I got money. Let's go and see. I want a centre mid. Let's see who's available. Let's go up here. Scouted players. Centre mid. Role. Deep line playmaker. Age. Let's take it to 23. Is at least B plus. Okay. So that gives me a little bit of... who's this? 11.5 mil. Just probably a little bit pricey. Good player though. It's got all the mentals that I like. Yeah, it's definitely hardball. This guy, also a DLP. He's not bad. He's not bad. Develop. And then this guy is a 4.5-star potential. Wages are low, but looks like it's because it's Celtic. Porto Nova, centre mid. Ah, that's why. I should actually go here and look for a DLP. Javi Martinez. Nah, not him. Matthew Smith of Arsenal will become a very good player. This boy looks like he could be quite useful. Cheap. Lacks composure. But then so do the rest of the team. He'll fit well. He'll fit in really well. Can tackle. Can mark. It's just composure he's lacking, really. Not the greatest of work rate. 23 years old now, maybe not. Masango is probably favourite here, isn't he? He's got the mentals. Who's on my shortlist? Harry Winks, 5 mil. No, he's gone up in value. Could have got him for 5 million a while back. And VR, 7 to 9 mil. Moder. 6.2 mil. Just doesn't have the passing to fit into this team. He's not really a deep line playmaker. Oh, this is tough. Shackleton. No, he's not what I'm looking for either. Oh, who is he? He's not a DLP, but he's a winger, a left winger. Can play as a centre mid on support, can he? Now, he's got some mentals, that boy. His stamina is crap, and he's not very strong. But he's got some mentals, hasn't he? He's got good first touch, he's got good technique, he's decent passing, good work rate, good decisions, concentration is good, composure's good. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I hang on a little while, guys, or should I just sign someone? I don't know what to do. I can't do anything more with the defense. Oh, with this guy, VR. He's probably looks like the best player on offer. Whether or not we can get him in. Can we get him in on a loan? Is he available for loan now? And he's not going to get a work permit either. Who the hell do you sign? I definitely need a midfielder because I've only got 3 players in midfield. I'm not bringing Cullen back in. I'm going to stand by my guns. This boy has got what it takes. I think 20 years old. Look at those mentals. Cheap as chips. Look at those mentals. He's got good technique for a 20-year-old. His first touch is good. Passing will develop. Look at that. That's awesome mentals. Needs to develop, get a bit stronger. I think we just found him, haven't we? Uruguayan fella. Is he going to get a work permit? We don't know. We don't know if he's going to get. It's a natural, can adapt well to another, live in another country, anticipates. We just don't know about his work permit. Let's ask his agent. We're very keen on signing him. He doesn't have any interest. Okay, fair enough. I thought we'd found him. I cannot do anything. I am not allowed to do anything. He's also got decent mentals. Bit more expensive. First touch 12, technique 13, he can tackle. He's got a decent amount of marking. He can pass the ball, but it's not brilliant. Could probably afford him, but we're going to have to buy 2 or 3 players. I think we're just going to play the Manchester United game and then we'll go for it in the last week. See, yeah, loans. I mean, I've got this loan geezer in, but they're not finding players who are available for loan. I'm having all sorts of nightmares in this. Let's have a look at scouted players, loans, available for loan. Who's this? Benfica. Ooh, must be a good player. Young kid, can play as a DLP. Lacks work rate. Possible. Lewis Bate, is he available for a loan? He might make a good player. He may well become a good player. He's available for a loan. What do you think, Gobby? Would you bring him in on a loan out of absolute desperation? He can play as the centre mid as well. Can tackle. Can pass the ball. He's got a decent first touch. So his mentals are not bad for a young kid. I've got to get someone in, haven't I? Let's see if we can get him in on a loan. At least he can sit on the bench. Burnley cannot loan this player, as in doing so will break one or more of the loan rules. The squad must have no more than 2 players long-term. I don't have any loans in. Who's on loan? Oh, I got Diallo and Nathan Phillips. I've loaned out 5-star 19-year-old. Yeah, he decided, Gobby, he didn't want to come. I think that was him, wasn't it? Was that in the where was that? That was in players, scouted players. The 19-year-old. This guy. This guy, you mean? Pricey. You rate him then, Gobby? Could be okay. First touch 13, passing 13, technique 13. He's 19 years old. Beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. He can tackle. His marking is not very good. But he might make a nice centre mid. He might, his work rate is poor. If he's not going to work, I need these filled in. That's so vital. You've got to have those filled in. At least like this. His anticipation, though, is awful. He couldn't survive in there. Who's this Andor? He's 8.8 million. I'm going to play the Manchester United game and we'll worry about that later on. Needs a little bit. Okay, well, let's loan him out then. Cooking. Yeah, let's do it. Oh. Let's go. It doesn't really matter. Campbell. We're going to sell you anyway soon, so it doesn't really matter. Connor Roberts injured. Marvellous. Let's go and play Manchester United. Let's get this. Let's get these 3 games done and let's put us out of our misery. On Thursday, we'll have a game against Exeter and we can all celebrate. We can all celebrate a victory. Manchester United 7, Bournemouth 2. Oh dear, that doesn't bode very well. Yeah, somebody cheap who's an old head. The squad are not happy with your management of the team. What is the problem? You need to do something about the dress. It's a real chore to come into work at the moment. Some bad influences in here. Concentrate on your football. That's what you got to do. Well, they're all happy with that. Apart from Cherlanoff. So I've got no... That's the kind of response... Oh, shall I just say that one? I'm running a football team here, not a youth club. Grow up and get on with your job. But where's the positive? I think that was very productive. Only Cherlanoff is unhappy. So we got away with that. So this is a very, very difficult save to do. The whole squad are unhappy now. Look at this. It's just horrid. I hate this save. I really do not enjoy doing this. If we can get anything out of this season, it'll be a minor miracle. An absolute minor miracle. Absolute minor miracle. Let's go with what the assistant says. He can't mess the bench up because there aren't any players to put on the bench. So he can't he can mess the bench up. No, you can't play those. He's ineligible. Parent club again stuff. Okay, let's try it. We've got nothing to lose. And this is just a game where they get used to playing with each other again. No, I don't want to go. Tillman. Tillman is an attacking midfield. I'm going to make a loan offer for him. We've got to be favourites to... there's a lot of interest in him. It's a bit expensive, isn't it? But let's go for it. Oh, what? Okay, whatever. We're not allowed to do that, though. Bollocks. We are not allowed to do that. That's because finances don't allow it. 888 what? We're 3,000 over the wage budget, and they are throwing an absolute wobbly. Okay, let's adjust the budget down then. 899. Let's do that, and let's go and make another offer. Where was he? Tillman. What do they want? See, the board is still only allowing me. I've just sorted out the budgets. We got money to play with now. Never mind. Never mind. We're not going to be allowed to do it, and that's the end of the matter. Who's that Achi? 2 million. He's rubbish. Yeah, strikers. I don't want strikers. 12 million. Like I said, let's worry about Manchester United. Look at the training again. Really poor. Oh, I'll be happy just to see this run of fixtures out the way. I really think it will need a miracle. It will need me to be at my very finest to survive this season. I don't see that I can do it. I really don't see I can do it. Even to have the players, like there were about 12 of them, come to you and say, we don't even want to come into work now. Get on with it. Let's hope that meeting woke him up a little bit. I don't want to criticize his last game. He was all right. Can't criticize his training, though. So we're second to bottom. At least we're not bottom. That's something. Yeah, unfortunately, though, I'm not allowed to sign Tillman. We'll try again. Veghorst, is he... Yeah, he's trying to work out a contract. Maybe the game will let him go at the end of the day, because it knows I've only got 20 players. There's nothing I can do with that. The game will know I can't injure any of his players. I can't do anything. Because what would happen if you've only got, like, say, if you've only got 15 players and 5 are injured, what would happen? I've never ever been in that position. Let's regroup after losing possession now. We're going to play the same way. He's pacey. They're all pacey, these players. Left foot. Why can't I have pacey players? Quite pacey. We won't do anything with him. Actually, I'm going to close down Delors. He's not the greatest player in the world. Casemiro. Oh boy. I'm going to type mark Casemiro. Ericsson, we need to type mark him as well. And hard tackle Ericsson. He's had a heart attack, hasn't he? Sancho. Left foot, hard tackle him. And Fernandez, close him down. Just close him down. Rashford, we need to type mark Rashford. And left foot. Oh, you can see we're going to get hammered again here, aren't we? And we'll type mark him. That's all we can do. Type mark him left foot. We are going to get murdered here. Oh, do I have to look? This boy doesn't know what he's done. Leandro has no idea what he has done. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's mark Fernandez. It's time to put an end to this run of a dismal form. Go on, make me proud. Anybody reacting to this? Leandro's nervous. Oh, for goodness sake. Get out there, boy, and do your stuff. You've done well for the Gobby Gaffer. Now do it for me. And what's happening here? Manchester United are coasting to victory by the look of it, and they've hit the post and we've cleared it. And here is Asprilla. Casemiro gets the better of him, as I thought he might. But we survived. That's the main thing. I think we should go to positive against Man United. Stop. Balanced is just letting them come at it. Oh, of course we've given away a penalty. Oh, he's running over to the monitor. Get on with it, referee. Oh, boy. Come on, please, get on with it. I need to get this over with. Of course we're going to give away a penalty. We haven't given away a penalty yet. Come on, referee. Penalty award. Finally. We know we're going to lose. It doesn't matter. Go on, miss it, Fernandez. Oh, he has missed it. Is this an omen? Is it an omen? But it's all Man United at the moment. We're not even in the game at all. No possession, no shots on target. It's a good defensive header, though. What are we on in terms of... Let's go a higher tempo. I'm going to press more often. I'm going to push the line up. At the moment, we're just letting them come at us. We'll counter-press them as well. Give them a game. Let them know they're in a game. Oh, are we bottom yet? Yes, now we're finally on the bottom of the league. No points from 4 games. No points. Come on, we can beat Man United here. We can absolutely hammer Manchester United. Surprise everybody. Let's drop them a bit of encouragement. They've had a hard week. And they've all been a little bit upset because they're not happy coming into work. So United are playing it down the middle, which suggests to me that they are trying to free space for the wingers. And it does look like they're going to score here, Man United, but I don't want to see it anyway. So if they are trying to create space for the wingers, we need to tight mark the wings. And we pretty much got them tight marked anyway. But United have scored. Oh boy. It's not looking very good, is it? There's a winger that scored, and I was thinking that. They're playing it down the middle. They are trying to create space. I just did it too late. There's the space, yeah. So I just did it too late. We've got to tight mark the wingers. Oh, I don't want to see it again. So we're a goal behind. I think we have to have a team meeting after this, because this is awful. So how soon do you think I'm going to get sacked? I got like no victories, no points in 4 games. The players hate me. I can't do any business in the transfer window. How soon do you think it's going to be before I get sacked? Can't score any goals either. Oh boy. Can't get any of our passing going. Can't score goals. Can't defend. How long do you think before I get sacked, guys? Passing is awful. I think you're right, Blob. I'll be gone by November. 2-0. I think you're absolutely right. And you know what? The players coming to me just now, that was kind of coming last season. I've said many, many times during the season, it's like they don't get on with me. It's like they don't want to play for me. And there it was, that coming to me and saying, we don't really feel like we want to come to work, it's your fault. So I think you're right, and I won't be too unhappy to be fired. It'll be the first time I've been fired for about 3 years, but it's part of the game. I won't be too unhappy to be fired. It's no big deal. At least I won't have to play this Burnley save anymore. I can move on to something where the game will give me half a chance. Because this, I think this is... I really do. I am convinced that there are hidden levels of difficulty. And what I might do is, once I get sacked, I'm going to try it again. And see if it comes out any different. We haven't taken nearly enough shots. So if I'm going to tell them that, then I'm going to say shoot on sight. Not much else I can do. And then maybe we'll dribble less as well. Let's go and play the second half. We need to be a lot tighter in our own area. Yeah, well, maybe we'll go into a low block then. I don't know what to do. You tell me. Well, we can't trigger press more often if we're in a low block. You tell me what to do. I'm totally at a loss on how to beat them. Oh, this looks dangerous. Playing out from the back like that. Oh, come on. It's really painful to watch. I'm finding this really difficult to watch. 3-0. Looks like it. Not well defended. Very, very painful to watch. In fact, oh, come on. What is going on? Have we got another red card here? Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, we'll just leave it like that. I can't be bothered. I don't know why the game is being like this. It's just being like this. And I am completely losing interest in it. Esprit is also 6.3. Leonardo 6.4. Bastian 6.5. Roberts is on a yellow card as well. Let's bring Kirk in on. Roy has been terrible. And not much else I can think of doing. Gabia is having another poor game. Nothing else I can do. Let's run it out. I've signed about 8 players, I think. No more than 8. Yep, the fans are calling for me to go, fam. And to be fair, I don't really mind. I've never come across as difficult a save as this. And even from, like, if you've been following along, you will have noticed that I said that they're not playing football. They just don't want to play. And that's what I felt was going on. And now we're seeing it. They just can't be bothered to play football. And there is a part of this game, and they're just saying, we don't want to play for you. Look at that. Here's 5.9. We got a 6.3, 6.2 for Larson. He's got to come off then, hasn't he? I don't have anybody who can come on. That's really, really weird. Oh, I give up. I think I might even just resign. It might be the easiest thing all around, to just resign and then see if we can't get another club. Jump before you're sacked. If they come up with me that way, you've got 5 games to turn it around. I think that's what we might do, just resign. So that I don't get sacked. Which, I mean, you can't do it with 19 players, and the game is constantly keeping me on 19 players for a start. And 3-0 now. Go on, make it 3-0. No, good defending by Kirkin, was it? And this is something else they need to take out of the game. What is the point of that? Can you see anything? What is the point? Take it out. If you can't make it work properly, take it out. Well, 2-0 is not a bad result against Man United. I think we should have a team meeting now. I'm not happy with your performance. So we've had another red card. We're not getting stuck in either. It's just being silly. So now we are rock bottom of the Premier League. But if you look, you've got like Aston Villa, Leeds, Newcastle, Norwich, West Ham, Bournemouth. They're 13th. They're only 3 points ahead of us. And it's like 2 wins and you turn all that around and you can find yourself up in 13th or 12th place. If we can win, I mean, and fixtures coming up, we could possibly get something out of it. Get a win against Exeter, and then Brentford and Blackburn. We could possibly get 6 points. You'll find you'll get sacked if you don't beat Exeter. Yeah, probably. But if you get 6 points, beat Exeter, then get 6 points there, you'll find yourself in 12th. You know, it's stupid. It's just like... But Leonardo made his debut. What did he get in the end? 6.2? Yeah, 6.2. Thanks for the recommendation, Gobby. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. I don't know what to do. I don't have enough players to begin with. And if we look now, like Diallo can come back in. and Cherlinoff suspended. We've still got a bench. It's not harming me too much. But this team, they're supposed to be good players. Twine is supposed to be a good player. He's never performed. Never, ever. I don't think he's ever got a 7. And so, enough. If they don't want to play for me, they don't want to play for me. That's terrible. But let's have a team meeting, shall we? Let's go and have a team meeting. Look at the dynamics. You've got strong relationship with a number of players. You've got a strong influence over a number of players. What? This is team cohesion is terrible. So let's have a team meeting. There isn't a reason. Oh, God. There's a good reason to have a team meeting. A very good reason. Oh, shit. I should have rested them. Let's rest them anyway. Otherwise, they're going into that game against Exeter knackered. Rest them for a day. Okay. Okay, I think I'll call it a night there. 2 hours of pain. But somehow we've got through it. And then, like I said, it's only going to take 2 victories and you could be up into 13th and 14th. So who knows? But I'd like to think... I'd like to think that I could get sacked by November and go and find a club where we're a bit more appreciated. And it really is strange how I can't just suddenly have become a really poor player of this game. I can't just... It cut you off. Oh, there is an error. It's not receiving enough data. So maybe it's time to call it a day. I don't know what's happened to the internet. There is an error. No, I didn't end the stream. Not receiving enough information. Yeah, the internet has packed up. So we will say goodnight because it looks like my internet has died. I've got an upload of 3 and that's not enough to carry data. So we'll say goodnight for this one. It's very poor. It looks like mine has cut off. So I will say goodnight. Apologize for the internet. I'll leave a message. Night, Gobby. Thanks for coming. And it's been a disaster. But we always knew it was going to be, looking at those fixtures. See you next time, guys.